Word the ones. Is self-doubt keeping you from achieving your greatness? What's up, is Gene. It's worth to be great. I know it is. It's a lot of y'all out there, self-doubt getting the best of you. You want to do something, but you keep doubting yourself. You keep telling yourself you don't have what it takes. You're afraid. And that self-doubt is eating at your soul. That self-doubt is keeping you from stepping out to realize that great vision that lies inside of you. You see, so many of us, we struggle with this, and many of us don't want to admit it. We want to admit the fact that self-doubt is keeping us from taking action so we can be all that we know we've been put on this earth to be. I remember years ago, I was coaching this lady in my self-discipline coaching program, and she was an art student, and she had all these aspirations. But not only that, she was extremely talented. And one day we was having a conversation and she was telling me all the things she wanted to do, but the self-doubt was apparent. She was doubting herself. She didn't believe in herself. And that was keeping her from taking the actions necessary to make her dreams of having her own business as an art student become a reality. And what I noticed is something that we all struggle with. She was doing something that we must stop doing if we want to realize the great vision inside of us. And that is comparing ourselves to other people. See, she was struggling with comparison. She was looking at these other art students who were very successful, who had already built their businesses. And the more she focused on them instead of herself, the more she doubted herself. The more she kept telling herself she didn't have what it takes to make her dream become a reality. And I used to talk to her all the time about the importance of doing things at her own pace, to stop focusing on other people's progress, because by doing so, she's more focused on their outcomes and she don't really realize the process they went through in order to have the success. So if you're somebody out there and you're trying to overcome your self-doubt so you can achieve your greatness, you have to stop comparing yourself, because when you compare yourself to others and you focus more on them instead of yourself, then it's going to keep you from taking action for your dreams, because you'll be looking at their progress and not your own. And it will start to increase your self-doubt instead of trying to get rid of it. So the next thing you have to realize is this: if you want to get rid of your self-doubt so you achieve your greatness, is you have to get rid of beliefs that are no longer serving you. You see, when I was growing up, I was always taught that rich people are evil. When people have a lot of money, they did something crooked to be able to get it. And because I had this thinking, I always thought to myself that if I tried to get wealth, if I tried to become rich, then I was evil. I was going to hell. And because of this belief system I developed throughout the years, it made it very difficult for me to take action on my dreams. But then I met this individual who also had struggled with this same belief system. He was actually a pastor at a church. And he said to me, he said, "Hey, Gene, you're young. I know you're starting this journey to be a speaker, author. You want to build a business. So this is something I want to share with you." He said, when I was coming up, man, I was also taught that, being rich is evil. I was taught all these things, and it made it very hard for me to build my marketing business. So what I had to do is I had to get rid of that belief system. I had to tell myself that, man, I got this vision inside of me because it was given to me from God. It was blessed. I was blessed with it. And in order for me to make it happen in my life, I have to get rid of this belief system that being rich is evil. Because say, Gene, I know that when I get the wealth, I'm going to bless other people. And see, that's exactly what he did. He was a very successful man. He was very wealthy, and he was doing so many good things in the community. And I realized that if I want to achieve my greatness, if I want to overcome my self-doubt, I also had to get rid of beliefs that was no longer serving me. And see, you have beliefs too. You have beliefs that no longer serve you. They're holding you back. Maybe you have a belief of being wealthy in your own life, and you've been taught that being wealthy is evil. Maybe you have a dream that you want to accomplish, and you have some beliefs that go against that dream. And so you're saying to yourself, I cannot go after this dream because of my beliefs. And because of those beliefs, you doubt yourself. You count yourself out. You don't go after what you want because you have a belief system that is no longer serving you. And if you want to realize your greatness, you have to get rid of that belief system and develop your own. And see, the third thing is this. A long time ago, I read this book, and the title just got my attention. It says, "Feel the fear and do it anyway." Now, a lot of us, we feel the fear. We don't do it anyway. We don't go after our dreams. We let the fear get the best of us. And that fear is fed through our self-doubt. You see, the truth is you are worthy of achieving greatness, but the problem is as long as you allow your self-doubt to feed your fear, you're never going to take action. See, you have to make up your mind that you're going to act no matter what, despite the self-doubt that's inside of you. You're not going to allow that self-doubt to keep feeding your fear, because if it keeps feeding that fear, you won't take action. Instead, you have to make up your mind, I'm going to act. And you need to take actions on some small steps that's going to allow you to start to overcome that self-doubt and start to feed yourself confidence instead of your fear. You see, this is something that I had to do when I was in high school. I remember I used to practice all the time in basketball. And one of my homeboys came up to me in my hood. He said, Gene, you need to try for the high school basketball team, man. So I went to the high school he was going to. And I remember that first day that they had trials, I was so afraid. I was scared out of my mind. I had so much self-doubt. And I almost told my homeboy, look, man, I'm not going to try for the team. You see, the reason I had that thought is because my self-doubt was feeding my fear. And as long as I focused on that doubt, that fear got stronger. And I almost taught myself I'm not trying out for that basketball team. But I decided to ignore that self-doubt. I stopped feeding my fear. And I went out there and I tried out for that basketball team. And I had never played organized basketball. And I made my high school basketball team. Why? Because I stopped allowing my self-doubt to feed my fear. And because of that, I was able to take the actions necessary to make that goal become a reality. See, you have to do the same thing with your dreams. You have to feel that fear and do it anyway. If you want to overcome your self-doubt and achieve your greatness, that's the only way you're going to be able to do so. You see, you're worthy to be great, but in order for you to believe that you're worthy, you have to overcome that self-doubt so you can achieve your greatness. You cannot be afraid to have your own belief system. You have to go out and do the things necessary that's going to allow that great vision inside of you to become a reality. So it's time for you to overcome your self-doubt so you can achieve your greatness, because you are worthy to be great. If you like this video, I want to ask you to like and share this video. Also, if you're somebody out there and you know you're having a hard time staying motivated, you're having a hard time staying self-disciplined, I want to encourage you to get a copy of my book, Worthy to be Great, How to Build Self-Discipline to Achieve Your Great. So go to Amazon and get a copy of my book, or go to worthytobegreat.com and get your copy today.